Exception, Blacklisted Podcast.
They're also going to get into like training intensities, kind of also talking about like what a good training environment would look like and how you cultivate that, something that we've continually worked on. So
we go into cultivating good training environments and kind of why we do it so well and what we see others do wrong.
We just call everyone bitches.
Yes.
No, not really. We don't. I mean, at least not to your face.
I'm not calling anyone a bitch behind their back. I'll call it to your face.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'll tell you to your face.
You're right. Don't worry. No one said anything actually behind your back. But if you hear us call you a bitch in your face, you're welcome.
Honestly, yeah. If that happens to your face, that means they probably like you.
Respect.
Yeah.
That's why we got these bracelets.
Yeah.
Left mine in my fucking bag.
I think one thing that we're having success with as a culture, and I know we're not like on a big platform right now, but we have had multiple people move down here. We have people craving to come on Saturdays. Like, I think at one point in time when I had been back, and even still, if you count some of our athletes that need to travel in, like we've pretty much, since I've been back June 1st till, what is this first weekend in August, second weekend in August?
Yeah.
We pretty much had people here. So that's what, 9 weeks, 10 weeks? We pretty much had people here 6 of the 10 weeks at this point in time. And 3 of those weekends I've been gone for. Or 3 of the 10
right.
that don't include people coming in. Like we haven't had, like we've had grid, we've had like some of us have been traveling. So like we have people that are wanting to come in. We're building a culture here. And I think the biggest thing that is different that we do differently than a lot of these other places is we're looking after the athlete's best interest, and we're not looking after the coaches or the individual's best interest. And I think a lot of other brands and coaching companies or just coaches out there in general are looking after their own interests, and they're getting these high-level athletes to come in and kind of train there and make it look like a good environment. But then when in reality you go there, it's like toxic as shit. People are talking behind each other's backs, and they're trying to sabotage each other. And like we've got all our high athletes bought into the mindset and the culture of, if you improve everybody, so you're pushing everybody that's below you to be better, that ultimately is going to push you to be better, because now people are going to be chasing you. And we're starting to see that with some of the people that come in, like Brooke and Maddie are getting really fucking good, and they're coming every weekend. And like the intensity level right now is just starting to rise on the weekends, and everybody's like competing really hard right now. It's really fun to watch, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you got to bring everybody with you, right? You got to keep getting better. So, yeah, we just keep building everybody by being better. Be better for yourself, which will also in turn be better for the team that you have around you.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're not competing together typically, doesn't matter. The whole team is getting better, which is good. It's fun.
Damn straight.
What do you got?
I'm trying to keep my mind here. I promise. I'm getting wrapped up in the Lazare stuff.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a hot topic for a minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying, as I'm looking through this shit, I'm trying to remember, said I can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
More just curiosity. And
yeah,
I think maybe just because like death is so fresh with me at the moment with my grandma last week. So
right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do.
No.
Right? Like there's just not. But I mean, it's the same thing. Like fucking wars are going on. People are fucking in other countries right now getting fucking shot. So you can't do anything about that either unless you become Superman. CRISPR. You know what? Well, I volunteer. Dude,
what would happen if
superhero?
Then the pommel horse guy for the U.S. needs some of that. Then
what does he? CRISPR? He doesn't need anything. He already is Superman.
He's blind. You see his eyes? He
doesn't need eyes. What do you mean?
What's that movie with the guy with the Lambo? And he's like, catch you guys later. He just drives straight into the tree. He's like,
it's Mr. Deeds.
It is Mr. Deeds.
Yeah. Crazy eyes.
I thought we were watching Scooby Doo.
In Scary Movie 2, when he takes the glasses off the wheelchair guy and his eye goes, rolls off. Oh shit! Or no, the girl takes it off.
We'll just leave these on.
Yeah. Oh shit. No, the community thing. That's what we're talking about, correct? Sorry, I checked out for a second because of this. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. You wanted to talk
Bring
about
the community here.
cross-eyed guy from Mr. Deeds. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. We're bringing the community here.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely on the right track for that.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
The last thing I remember was we called people bitches to their face because that means
That's the last thing you remember.
I'll also say this. So, like, I've been in the CrossFit space now for 12, 13 years, maybe 14 is when I found it in 2010. But I've been to a lot of gyms. I've been around the area. And, like, I was talking to a buddy about this as well. And he was saying how gym owners, when we first started, because like him and I were kind of the generation that grew up with the sport, were like really solid people. They had people's best interests in mind. They were looking after people. They just eventually found out that you can't really make money doing running a CrossFit gym unless you're in like the right circumstances for it. And so they got out and they left, and that opened the door for kind of like, oh, there's a community here that worships me. I'm just going to buy the gym, and now I have a bunch of fucking cult disciples that are around me.
I
So
hate that.
Yeah, so it opened the door for just this narcissistic individual to just start running a bunch of these gyms, and that is what's going to drive a shitty culture. Is you have a narcissist that's in charge of your culture now. That's trickle down effect into just everybody else's behavior.
It's a lot of small businesses.
Yeah, for sure.
Keeping it at the forefront of like why your why, if you will, as cliche as that sounds, it's as we all know, it's imperative to do. And it's just like when you're going on the journey of fitness, with like, I would strongly argue that the four of us, and with Pat being included, one of us would have to go through dementia or some shit to like lose that vision. In my opinion,
Joe Biden it.
Oh my God.
Well, Joe Biden.
Not too soon though. Everyone has accepted it now.
Joe Biden's an alien.
Now that he's not running for president, it's like, you know what? You're right. He's gone.
He never actually was.
Yeah. It's so funny how it's really funny how fast that switch happened. They're like, yeah, you're everyone. Okay, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
But we were about to. Everyone was gonna. A bunch of people were trying to vote him back, which was fine. But he's not here mentally.
Literally, yeah.
No.
So sorry, what were you saying then? Lose track of the vision.
Yeah, I don't. So when you have people who have, like, out of the four of us, I would argue that I have lived the least jaded life, right? From the standpoint of like not trusting people. Like you two, and then actually no, the three of you, Pat included, have all said, Dan, you trust people.
Who's the third person?
You trust people too. My wife has even said it. My dad has even said, like, you trust people too easily. Like, you are very easily manipulated. Pat said that to me. When was it? It was earlier this either spring or winter. I asked, like, man, am I that easily manipulated? And Pat goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Without breaking a fucking beat. He just goes, yeah, even Mia has said that to me before as well. So it's been an interesting learning curve for old Dan here. But with the situation we went through earlier this summer, it's made it a hell of a lot easier to not trust people. But
could have been worse. You could have got crucified.
That would have been better.
What?
Get thrown into the fire, man. It's just straight up.
No, I meant literally.
Yeah. Just like, we'll send it.
Oh my God.
So I say that like it's
fair
kind
enough.
It's kind of like a joke, but like that stuff to me, like, I'll talk about it briefly. They don't listen to it anyway.
Who?
Like,
what?
The situation that occurred with us. Like, looked up to those people for years.
Oh.
Since they first were established.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, and I tried to. I was a eat, sleep, and breathe of that.
Yeah, same. Well, same for like. I mean, I worked there.
Yeah, I mean, you worked there. Like, I remember being mad when you got hired over me.
Sorry.
Like, no, don't be sorry. Like, but that was also because, like, for 3 years leading up to you getting hired, I was applying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
like,
like,
you started right
from the
as
very
Kyle.
fucking beginning.
Yeah. I basically never applied, so.
And that's fine. Look, I look at it now, and it's
I
like
formally did, I guess.
it was a hard lesson for me to learn to like stop putting people on pedestals.
Yeah.
Like that you can't do that.
Yeah. Everybody has their flaws for sure.
And my wife even asked me if like if I was gay with one of them, because like spend a lot of years with them.
Yeah.
And leading up to even before them. I'm trying to be aware here. But when you finally, both of you finally like, dude, you got to see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Like for both of you to come at me like that, and for Pat as well, like, and then the final kicker earlier this year is like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
You really can't trust like anyone unless they've really proven it.
That's why you say we can't trust these hoes.
It's true. Like, so to me, like when I say like it could have been worse, it could have been crucified, I would take that over the destruction that I felt internally over that, because like I become like a beaten puppy for a little bit, like behind closed doors, and I hate that feeling.
You should just become Chris Brown.
I thought he beat Rihanna.
Yeah.
So
And he made a song that says these hoes ain't loyal.
wouldn't I be? Oh, I need to become Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay. Got it.
I was like, did he have a dog situation as well?
So
you're supposed to beat yourself.
So like now I kind of feel like John Wick.
Oh my God.
My puppy got killed, which was my swimming stuff.
Yeah.
And now,
Dude, John Wick 1, 2, 3, or 4. Very specific answer.
Ooh,
one
for sure. Fucking John Wick 1.
Good for y'all. I'm taking 4 because it's the most unbelievable killing I've ever seen in my.
I've never seen 4.
It's up there with RoboCop.
I'll probably never
And
watch
killings.
it. Honestly, I stopped liking those movies after
No,
2.
you have to watch 4. Fuck 3 then. Fuck 3.
Maybe I saw 3. I don't remember.
Is 3 the one with the?
I've never seen a movie that had more fighting the entire movie,
Yeah,
and I
it's
was
nonstop.
like, I'm actually not even over it.
But it's just
Yeah.
like people are. Did they change it where people just aren't running at him with guns?
Yeah.
So like it's different.
He's
now?
on a horse on a
He
highway.
gets fucking destroyed.
Yeah, he's on
But
a
it's
horse
not-
on a highway.
But it's not like whatever the last movie I saw. I can't remember what it was. People
Like,
just
running at him instead
they're
of shooting.
literally like they focus the camera on him,
Yeah, I think it
and
was
then
the-
people are just running
that
at
was the
him.
second one.
Okay, well that one.
That
Sucked.
was the one where they were held up in the hotel, right? Or was it the third one?
I don't know.
There was
All I
one
know
where they
is-
had the fight in the glass room with like the
Yeah,
Asian
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
That
yeah.
fight sequence was pretty fucking dope. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
John Wick 1. John Wick 1.
You're John Wick. You're the John Wick origin at the moment. Got it.
Yeah,
Damn, that's a lot of bodies.
just my wife's.
What?
I went the other route with that. No, but honestly, like having that feeling for me fucking sucks. It's like if my friendship with you two like ends in some route like similar, or me being a fucking moron, I would rather be crucified than deal with that
Mhm.
internally, emotionally.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, you guys are kind of a higher level of good people, so not gonna. I
It's
should.
a bold statement. Rather be fucking crucified.
Yeah.
I get like you just don't want to feel those emotions.
Yeah, I don't at all.
Yeah.
I would much rather
You-
walk and I would much rather be drugged behind a semi than feel it.
Yeah.
Mm.
You and I have different reactions to those.
Yeah, I'm training to be your level of autism, and it's not good. It's hard. It's really hard.
Just live in anger all the time, but then fake it with happiness.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how I used to live.
well, then why aren't you green? And
That'd be
large.
sick. Again, CRISPR.
CRISPR.
I'm fine, dude. Oh well, I guess I don't know if CRISPR could do that.
I don't know either, but
You needed the gamma waves.
that's true. Let's find some.
They're in space, bro.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
I actually would just go watch the Deadpool Wolverine movie. I'm sure it'd be fun.
Nah,
Eh,
You didn't like it?
I never
I
see
don't think
it.
you've seen it.
Not
Did
gonna
you
see
see
it.
any
I've
of
not
the
seen it
Deadpools?
either.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I am probably done watching movies.
That's the most autistic thing I've ever heard.
you and Nick, man.
I'm so over them. Dune 2 was pretty good, but yeah,
Documentary.
It was good.
yeah. But I'll
Just don't watch movies. Watch documentaries.
fair. That's pretty much what I've been doing
They
my entire
always are
life.
movies.
No, I'm making a joke. Like Fury
Step
to him.
Brother
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Team America, World Police. They're all great documentaries.
Great documentary. Terminators.
See, this is also why I say like I don't have a crystal ball, but there's no fucking way we'll never deviate from like bringing the community here, making it whole. Even if we have like satellite sites or some shit, random shit in the future, because the main vision of us, correct me if I'm wrong, driven by the athlete, not driven by the face of us.
Correct.
Even though, like, yeah, we're the ones on the podcast and whatnot, and we have most of the reels on the social media.
Yeah, you do have to get your face out of there a little bit, but we want to be athlete focused and driven, not necessarily like a personality driven.
So why don't people? Maybe this is a good segue as a part of that. Excuse me. Why do gyms and businesses and so on struggle with that shit? Why do they become so narcissistic or conceited or whatever?
I think it's the ownership that ends up taking over the place. Is what that person is at the core of who they are. You know, maybe not the core of who they are. Maybe they've I don't really know how you become super narcissistic and like
sloping forehead.
It starts when you're young.
Yeah, I think
it's developed from a lot of relationship problems.
I've heard things where like there's that, right? Obviously, but also, and Griff, you might know a little bit more about this with your psychology background. the flattening or smoothing of the frontal lobe as we get older.
So you become more narcissistic as you age?
I don't know.
Is that
it literally
your filter dies out.
Yeah. No, it's always there, and it just either grows or it doesn't. I mean, at some level, every human being has some small version of narcissism because it's part of your ego. Like everyone has that. Unless you don't believe in your id and your ego. But
Alan Watts has an interesting.
I mean, you can believe in what you want, but
Alan Watts has a very interesting argument that the ego does not exist, but the id does.
Right, but like, fine, change the name. There's two conflicting. There's two wolves inside of you, and one of them's gay.
Well,
that's a meme reference for those of you that don't
fantastic.
know. That was super good.
Well, I think that's that meme is the more modern Jungian archetype.
Yes. That was so good.
It's true that they're everything has a partial truth.
Hey man, it's Hollywood. I've been gay every once in a while. It's all right, man.
Oh my god, I referenced that movie yesterday. Oh man, for what? Tropic Thunder, you hate it.
Well, we referenced it. We've referenced it like 6 times at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, that's why. Because I showed someone your video for Simple Jack.
Oh yeah.
But for someone that hates that movie, loves Simple Jack.
Do you really hate that movie?
He's just not a fan.
Wait, no, I've never seen it.
Oh.
I've only seen parts of it.
Well, you saw the
you need to
Simple
watch
Jack
it.
part.
I did see the Simple Jack part, and I reference that all the
time.
You need to watch it.
People tell me that, but I think I just missed my time.
What are your favorite documentaries again? Team America World Police.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Okay.
17 again.
That's actually not a bad movie. Documentary, excuse me.
I don't even know.
Probably the first Dune as well.
It's got Matthew Perry and
Zac Efron.
Oh, and he
I fucking love that movie.
I went
into it I was in Okinawa at the time. I never saw the trailer. We were just bored as fuck because we couldn't leave base. The movie theater was literally right across from the barracks. We're like, fuck it, we'll just go see the movie. We sat down having no expectations, no idea what the fuck the movie was, and we fucking died laughing.
You can plunder my dungeon anytime.
That's such a great movie.
That's a quote from the movie.
You liked 17 again, but I've never seen Tropic Thunder.
I've seen it.
I know.
I was on.
Dude, you would like it. You like Team America World Police.
How many old military movies did you watch?
Okay, the only good ones: Saving Private Ryan, great. Band of Brothers, great.
Of course.
The Pacific, meh.
Any Vietnam movies that you like?
They make fun of all the Vietnam movies.
Yep, they do.
Every single one. They make fun. So like that whole movie is them making fun of every other movie made.
Yeah.
So like most people miss it because like it's like they just think they have no idea.
I totally understand the concept of the movie, but I feel like at this point in time I've just seen all the memes that are made of it that I don't need to see the movie.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I get the concepts behind I saw enough to get the concepts behind the characters.
It's worth watching solely on just having Robert Downey Jr. in there. Yeah. That is the movie that made me start watching and liking Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And Danny
Which
McBride.
Is crazy.
Yeah.
Danny McBride, too.
Oh,
Mother Nature just pissed his pants.
Yeah, that's great.
He fucking napalms the entire
that's really good. And then obviously they have Jack Black, who's insane in that movie.
That's true. You'd like it.
He's just trying to
I'm
get
sure-
cocaine the whole time.
It sounds like a great community event.
Fair. Yeah, I'd watch. I guess I'd watch it with people.
Speaking of that, that's
really-
perfectly how we build our environment. through
Precisely.
Tropic Thunder.
Through our ADHD moments.
Yeah. Actually, though, does anybody remember what we were?
Yeah, we were talking about like narcissism, where people go wrong. Like, why do businesses fuck this up? Why is it so hard?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, owning a gym is super challenging.
No doubts about that. All right. The owner of CrossFit Cataclysm in Texas is still the owner. When he and I first started, he was a solo owner. I never gave any money to help.
Probably should have a degree in psychology to run a gym.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, because now it's like basically it's your therapy.
Yeah.
For the what?
Nothing.
That's you.
It is me. I don't have a doctorate in it. I got offered a lot of jobs actually right when before I graduated because there's a lack of male psychologists.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Especially ones
because don't want to listen to the fucking constant problems every fucking day.
Especially ones with lavish hair.
Yeah. Okay. So narcissism, everybody has a little bit of it.
Yep.
And then it's either fostered and grown from a young age, or you are taught how to like look after others, and so it's more of a, what is that, nurtured development thing. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be. Everyone, like, if you think like all the way back, when you woke up in the morning, it was either eat or be eaten at some point in life, not obviously in modern day civilization. So you naturally have to take care of yourself, and that has been grown forever. So like your natural instinct is to look out for yourself, right? And looking out for yourself might be growing a business, but you are trying to make more money for yourself, and you're not really concerned with everybody else, right? And you have to be taught to take care of others first. Every single book on leadership, if you're an owner of something, you need to be a leader. Take care of everyone else. You are the last to eat. You are the last, like you are always there looking out over everyone else. That's why my favorite animal, it's not a fucking lion. It's wolves. Because the leader is always in the back of the pack, taking care of everybody else. Right? First, they don't give a fuck. Like, and you need to, as a leader, someone that runs a business, you take care of everyone first, and people misdo that, and they're like, at the end of the day, they still like, I need to look out for myself first.
Yeah. I think one of the challenging things for people, though, to understand also is that there are some people out there who have learned that, still super narcissistic, and they'll put on a front of them taking care of you, but in reality, it's just for their benefit.
It drives me fucking nuts. This is a little bit of that, but like when you're telling a story about something that's happened in your life or whatever, or like, man, the car was, rickety on the way in, and then the person listening to you goes, oh yeah, mine's running great, I don't have to worry about that problem. I don't give a fuck. Like, what? Well, I know that's it's a very like low. It's more of an ADHD response of like, I'm listening to you, trying to relate to you.
Correct.
Here's my support. I understand that. But you talk about
because there are people that don't know how to. That's the only way they know how to try to relate, to communicate, to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're trying to learn how to communicate and help, but it's also not necessarily the right way.
No, it triggers me immediately.
People should relate and ask questions instead of relate and tell your story. And
that's something, okay, I'm glad you said that, because you said you should probably have a degree in psychology to run a gym. Somebody with a degree in psychology who just said that, I would agree, like that's a very important attribute for the gym, even a business like this, or remote business, if you will.
You got to understand people.
Yeah, you need to listen with the intent to ask questions.
Yeah.
Not listen with the intent to
respond. Correct.
Fucking fuckers. Sorry.
Is that your pet peeve?
It gets under my skin real quick.
How many friends do you have like that?
A lot. And it takes every ounce of my being to not make fun of them or say, I don't give a flying fuck.
I mean, I hate small talk. I really do. Like, if I'm talking, I want to like have this is my own problem. I can't help it. I need a goal of something.
Hey man, how's the family? Oh, good. Oh, good.
Like, right. Like I need, and it sounds like being a dick, but like I want like progress something more
No,
than a surface level thing.
It's not being a dick because you're trying to you're teaching them to advocate for themselves by speaking and carrying on a conversation. You're giving them the opportunity to be like, hey, I don't feel like talking right now. All right, cool, respect. Then I'm going to shift over.
Like I'd rather hear about what your job at that work event was last week and how it went for you because it makes you feel better and like instead of like how's your day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
it's so weird.
But some people need that. Also, some people need
true.
How's your day?
Like in other countries, isn't it rare or weird in other countries like to us we say, hey, how's it going? Oh, good, and then just pass on. Like other countries, like a friend of mine who was he was a 1980 Olympian from Sweden. he always responds to me like, I want to actually tell you. He actually stopped me. I said, hey, Michael, how's it going? He's like, good. I said, good, and kept going. He goes, no, Dan, let me tell you what that actually means in my country. Like, it means you are actually genuinely asking how I'm doing, and I'm going to take the time to tell you because you are wanting to listen. Like, yes, sir. So I didn't know that was a thing.
You responded with,
you know what's funny?
Let me tell you what it means in my country. Goodbye.
I would have, but I respect the shit out of this man.
Yeah.
I think the way that I interact with people to do like instead of like the really asking how you are, what's up, bitch?
Yeah, it's hard to respond to that.
Exactly. You're like, yeah, what's up? That's it, and that's over because they're like, oh yeah, he's just acknowledging me. Unless we go back to the old times where you just fucking nod.
Nod.
Or the modern times.
I'm cool with that.
Is that what people do now?
I don't know. They did it in what's that movie? Empire Records or some shit.
Did you got to do the peace sign.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, is that old?
Yeah.
I thought you said modern times.
That's like 90s.
Well, yeah. Sorry.
Like the 1400s.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were talking about like.
I was speaking relative to the 1400s.
Like today, modern times.
Yeah,
touch tips.
Put your unicorn hat on and touch, or put your tail in and touch.
No.
What?
No.
So
that's my pet peeve.
I strongly believe you. Next time I'm gonna wear my Naruto shirt.
Whatever. You've worn it before.
Not on the podcast.
Yeah.
I have. Maybe the very first one.
No.
Whatever. Community.
Listen
within.
He's worn a hentai shirt many a times.
Yep.
There it is. It had to be said once in podcast.
Listen with intent to ask questions is something so baseline to me that, and to us, I feel, because I know I've been weirded out by you in my past by talking with you, Kyle, and then like you ask a follow-up question. It's like, well, fuck, I wasn't prepared for this.
Well, a good way to honestly look at businesses and like look at people that first look at like. There's a couple different ways. You can look at the owner, but you're not going to get a necessarily good light of them because their job is to do all of these things, whether they want to or not.
Fuck. Kyle, for those of you
already
listening,
found it.
Kyle found a podcast video of me wearing my Naruto shirt. Fuck. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
Called out. Go ahead, Griffin.
What was I saying?
Business.
Yep.
Looking at a good business.
Oh, how to look at like if you're from an outside viewer, right? Like. You can look at the owner, but they're going to be doing all of these said things. You're never really going to look like whether they are a good leader or not. So start looking at like all the people that go there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at the people that leave there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one. Look at the people that leave.
The leaving is a big thing.
Right.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people leaving for whatever reason. You can't please everyone, right? But the majority.
Well, what do those people have to say about?
Yeah.
Right. When you genuinely get to know them, what do they have to say about the?
That's what the importance lies with the people leaving.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way. It's a good entry way to see kind of, okay, I've got a good like baseline that doesn't answer everything, but at least gives you a little bit of the story of what a business looks like. Then you can talk to the kind of the people that are there, and then what you want to look at for like from the guy like the leaders, those that are running the business are the ones. What are they doing for those that can't help them?
Have they followed in their life before? Because if following is beneath you, then leading is above you.
All right. Shaolin monk.
Is that what they say?
Sun Tzu.
Is that it?
No, I don't know who says that. Somebody says it.
Yeah, I know. It was. I can't
Dan
take credit
says
for that. It wasn't me. I can't take credit
but you
for it.
did just say it.
I did just say it now. But I saw it from a buddy of mine that he's the head coach at Purdue University for the men's swimming team, and he got it from something else.
Yeah, you have to be able to be a follower because also leaders do not lead in every situation because you're not a good leader if you do think you should lead in every situation.
Yep.
Because you don't know everything. You should put
absolutely
those that are your bet. Like that's why you have generals and you have all these other subgroups of people to lead certain things because that's what they're the best at, and you let them do that.
I mean, shit. Think about Blacklisted alone. Kyle and Griffin. Well, Kyle, I'll ask you first, since you've been a part of the company since the beginning, since you started it.
Is the company.
When you're programming for people, you rely on feedback to adjust your programming to meet their needs and their goals and so on and so forth, whereas they adjust to you as well. So you don't know anything in some aspects, so you're relying on them. They don't know anything in a lot of aspects, so they're relying on you. And then true or false? You said so I'm assuming that's a truth statement.
All of that was for a true or false question.
Kind of.
True.
Okay. And Griffin, same deal, right?
No, I tell them what to do, and that's it. You have no other say.
That I believe.
I'm just kidding.
No, but then I'll use myself here. Like, think of the swimming stuff. You became a non-drowning person, and now, like, I'm the next cycle and shit that we're doing in the water. A lot of it, like the drill videos, is you teaching, because you have established things to where others in the CrossFit world could not be a drowning person. I know that's too soon. I'm sorry.
Trying to be like Bruce Lee.
Yeah, fair enough. He's a bad swimmer, but fair enough.
Yes, I've got Bruce
the
Lee.
The philosophy of it, I get it. Be like water.
He wanted to be like water and couldn't even be a good swimmer.
No, that's true. But the example is like, I have how many years of swimming exposure? 30 years of swimming experience exposure. You have a lot less, but I'm learning from you on how to translate stuff. And I mean, yourself as well in the past, but you more modernly, how to translate stuff appropriately to the CrossFit athlete, and like how it can make more sense given the, like, even though I'm not using swimmer terminology, it's still what would it be considered? Not the best cueing.
Layman's terms.
Sure, as best as I can. And then you take it the direction of what makes the most sense within the CrossFit world. So like those three types of deals just fall in line with, like, you have to be willing to accept that the more you learn, the less you're going to know. We know nothing. And you can't do it alone at all. And you have to actually, instead of saying, oh, we all work together and we don't have egos and opinions here. We don't instill any of that shit. And the reality is, you're not accepting the fact you don't know things. You're not accepting the fact that the more eyes on a particular athlete, particular structure, etc., it's a great thing. You're still promoting and developing the person you're programming for, or whatever it may be. Accept that fact, and you're going to have phenomenal success. Whereas if you say you accept that fact, like some people do, and then shit gets tarnished and opinions are inappropriately placed, that's where the pyramid crumbles.
How many pyramids you ever seen crumble?
I think there's a missing one. There used to be 4 pyramids.
What, the one from DuckTales?
Is that an actual conspiracy theory?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I've never seen a pyramid crumble. No.
I don't think I have either.
No. But
it's almost like they
the
were
cookie
power
crumbles.
plants.
Someone please find out what all of the pyramids were meant for. I need that conspiracy solved.
Sorry, I went on kind of a rant there a little bit with like the willingness to really fail and admit failure in order to learn.
Yeah.
I feel like that really drives an appropriate community growth, because everyone's going to feel valued in that sense. And the high end leader is going to be they have the 0.1% of what everyone else doesn't have. I guess, if that makes sense.
Well, they have like a feel for what the community is wanting to do, and they'll push the community in that direction.
The mission and vision, they're the holder.
Yeah, they might not be the tools to get to that point, but they'll find the resources, and they'll help people become like better or fill the roles of the resources that they need.
Like Hitler,
I guess.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I never read Mein Kampf.
I didn't either.
I heard it was good.
Shit.
For real, I heard it was a good book.
I've never read it.
I'm
sure I will get around to it at some
I've read
point.
Minecraft.
What did you read? That's a game.
It was one of the books. I think it was actually a Minecraft Bible version. God damn it. The Bible Minecraft version. My parents got it for my daughter at Christmas. Actually, pretty cool.
What? I don't
You're
even understand.
Googling it right now.
I'm so confused.
It is. It exists.
That's funny.
I don't even know.
So
I don't even know how to respond to that.
that's fair. What it's like what other thoughts do we have on this? Because I feel like we're not necessarily being a dead horse. We've made some good points, even within our.
Should we build our new gym as an actual shape of a pyramid?
Talk to Cooper about that.
Well, Terrence Howard has ideas on how to proper structure for things fits in. I don't know if you saw that Joe Rogan episode.
For sure. We should copy that.
Build it like that. I actually thought about that. I'm like, that'd be dope as fuck to get an architect to
you
model
can
his
just
shape.
build it and then put the shape over top of it.
Can we
So it's
build it
super
like
cool.
Beckham?
No.
No.
Bend it.
I know, but I said build. It's a
No.
play.
Bend the reality like Beckham?
If you build it, he will come.
Gross.
Good leader to look up to is John Wooden.
Yep. Wooden on
Pyramid.
leadership.
The pyramids are everywhere.
Yeah.
You can also look up Ron White's Pyramid of Greatness.
The comedian.
Not Ron White. Sorry.
I was like, what?
Fuck. From Parks and Rec. Ron Swanson.
Oh my God! Is
So
that
you
better?
went from
Parks and Recreation. Yeah.
actual comedian to actor comedian.
Yep. Pawnee.
That tracks though. To be
Pawnee,
honest.
Indiana is a real place.
We're waiting for an
Never
absolute
go
like
there.
wonderful, well thought out thing, and we went comedian to comedian.
It's not a
Damn.
It's not a real place. No. But Wooden
All right.
on leadership. We've said
Yeah.
it a lot on this podcast. People need to read it.
Yep. You guys want to wrap this one up?
Think so. Thanks,
Cool.
everybody.
Distant Barbell released tomorrow. If you guys purchase early bird special today, you'll get $10 off your monthly subscription. So reach out if you guys want to listen to or buy that. If you guys are still listening today, we obviously have a camp in 2 weeks. You guys are more than welcome to come to that as well. I think that is
Free
everything.
Lululemon
Yeah.
for those that actually sign up. You guys are idiots if you don't.
Yep.
You literally are getting $100 worth of stuff
True.
Yep.
It's pretty impressive.
just off that. There's other things.
It's
but that's
really-
just one
yeah.
thing.
It's really impressive what's in
Yeah,
the
you're
big
gonna
bags.
be missing out if you don't sign up for this. So
Bring your fins. If you don't have any,
Oh yeah,
I will
we do need to
provide
put an
them.
email out for that.
all right, we'll catch you guys next time.
peace.